Welcome back to Inverted Aviators RC. Today we're diving into a product that's been getting a lot of buzz in the RC surface world, the Radiomaster ER5C V2, a 2.4 GHz PWM receiver built around the Express LRS protocol. I'll walk you through everything: the specs, the setup, how it works in RC cars, and how it fits into the ELRS ecosystem. The real-world performance, what I like, what could be better, and ultimately, whether or not it makes sense for your rig. So buckle up, let's go. So here's the box, pretty simple packaging with the receiver inside. You get the ER5C version 2, which is 2.4 GHz ELRS PWM receiver, which is the main unit, a voltage telemetry wire to sense the battery voltage, and a little user card and a manual. In terms of size, it's pretty compact at around 30 by 18.5 by 13 millimeters. Weight's about 5.7 grams. The antenna is a high sensitivity and high performance with UFL connector, which is really good for flexible mounting. On the unit, you'll find 5 PWM servo outputs. In cars and trucks, you can plug servos or ESCs directly into it, and a telemetry wiring to detect battery voltage. So physically, it's minimal, light, and easy to mount. Great for surface or boat applications where space and wirings are tight. Let's jump into the spec details and talk about why they really matter. The ER5C V2 supports up to 5 PWM channels. For many surface rigs, you can use it for steering, throttle, winch, lights, and many more things. 5 channels is perfect. This receiver supports 4.5 to 8.4 volts, good for standard and high voltage servos, and it's perfect for 2-cell batteries. It also automatically detects receiver battery or external pack voltage from 4 to 35 volts, so you can see the true pack voltage in your transmitter. And one of the best things is that it comes pre-installed with the ELRS protocol. This gives massive range, ultra-low latency, great telemetry, and a wide compatibility of vehicles. It also boasts the high sensitivity, high performance whip antenna with built-in TCXO for frequency stability in heat and cold. And once again, this receiver is tiny. It's only 30 by 18.5 by 13 millimeters and it weighs roughly 5.7 grams. This fits really well into any airtight system you already have on your car. And last and certainly not least, this is fully compatible with all 2.4 GHz ELRS transmitters and modules, meaning you don't have to use the RC car version of the ELRS transmitter. You can use a Zorro or really whatever ELRS transmitter you want. Okay, let's zoom out for a moment and talk about the ELRS ecosystem. Why is it important? Because the ER5C V2 isn't just a generic PWM receiver, it's part of the Express LRS world. Express LRS is an open-source, high-performance radio link protocol originally popular in FPV drones but increasingly used in surface and air application. It offers long range, low latency, telemetry support, frequent updates, and really good community support. So let's get practical. I installed the ER5C V2 in my trusty Rustler, and here's what I found out. The compact size made it very easy to tuck into the main tray, and the antenna lead was long enough to route up underneath the body shell. I connected 2 servos, the steering and throttle, which means I have 3 of the 5 available channels for all sorts of fun things. For battery telemetry, I use the included voltage telemetry wire connected to the main pack. This means that my transmitter is able to read out this voltage and tell me when things are getting a little low.
7.8 volts.
After a pretty quick and clean binding procedure, I confirmed control and telemetry in our transmitter. In open field driving, I noticed excellent link stability, no dropouts, and very responsive steering and throttle. And the range, while I didn't test it to the absolute extreme distances because I'm just at my local site, I felt pretty confident driving a lot further than I would with the normal stock Traxxas 2.4 GHz receiver. The latency appeared minimal, and the servos responded quickly to input, which is pretty important for surface RC when you're on rough terrain or jumps or on a boat dealing with waves. During each run, I can see the pack voltage on my transmitter live, plus the ELRS link quality and RSSI values. That gives just an extra layer of feedback, which is really nice to have so you can tell when you should probably turn around. So let's summarize some of the strong points and some of the areas to consider. I really like the value. For what you get, 5 channels, telemetry, ELRS link, modern firmware, the ER5C V2 is very competitively priced around $20. That's awesome. It's also compact with a lightweight package and it's easy to fit into most surface or boat builds. There's also built-in telemetry, like the battery voltage. It's a huge plus. And on top of that, it's in a solid ecosystem. ELRS means you're in a modern, high-performance link with a broad community. It's also really nice to update your firmware via Wi-Fi and the web UI, so as new things roll out, it's really easy to keep up to date. And lastly, it's got really good compatibility with existing ELRS transmitters and modules. I didn't have to go out and buy a new RC transmitter for the car, I just used the existing Zorro one and it works really nicely. And just a few things to consider, the antenna placement and shielding is still super critical. Even the best receiver and link can suffer if the antenna is buried or blocked. Make sure it's sticking up and away from any electronics to get the best results. Also, for someone who's not already in the ELRS ecosystem, there can be a bit of a learning curve. You have to figure out binding, telemetry setup, as well as firmware updates, but thankfully, the community is awesome. There are tons of tutorials and videos out there that'll walk you through every single step and make the process as easy as possible. And this might not come as a surprise, but surface environments can be harsh, with dust, vibration, and water spray, meaning mounting, protection, and wiring still matter. This thing isn't completely waterproof, so make sure that it's completely secured in whatever build you're putting it in. And as with any other receiver, the real-world range will depend greatly on the antenna placement, environment, and interference. Do your best to keep it away from everything, and you'll have great results. So when does the ER5C V2 actually make sense, and why might you choose it? If you have an RC car or truck with up to 5 functions like steering, throttle, a winch, head tracker, lights, and many more that we're going to come up with, and you want a modern link with telemetry, it's a great fit. If you want a vehicle with a reliable link, voltage telemetry, compact size, and low latency, this works well. If you already have an ELRS transmitter or module or plan to standardize across your fleet, then this receiver fits nicely. If range and performance matter, for example long drive runs, open terrain, and large ponds, then an ELRS-based link gives you the most confidence. But when might you opt for something else? Well, if you want multiple servos or functions or you need more than 5 channels, don't buy a 5-channel receiver. If you're locked into a non-ELRS ecosystem like an older proprietary band, then switching may mean changing modules or transmitters. And if you want a plug-and-play, simpler receiver with no telemetry and no advanced setup, an older, simpler receiver might suffice, but you may lose link performance with the modern features. Alright, to wrap it up, the Radiomaster ER5C V2 is a compelling, all-around receiver for surface and marine RC applications, and it leverages the power of an express ELRS ecosystem. It gives you some really nice features like telemetry, an ELRS link, and a compact size at a super nice value. And if you're building a rig that fits within its channel count, it's a smart choice. And if I had to give a final verdict, I would highly recommend, especially if you're either already using or planning on using an ELRS and you want a modern, future-proof receiver for your car, truck, or boat. Just make sure your channel count is sufficient and pay attention to the antenna placement and mounting. Thank you so much for watching, and if you found this review helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're into RC gear deep dives, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me review next. And until next time, happy driving and keep those links strong. So there we go. That is pretty cool. The head tracker's working well, car's working well, new antenna, good radio as well working well. Cool.